Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Black Ops 3 In Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the L4 Siege. This is a very goofy gun. You can look at it and tell that it's strange, it's awkward, it's one of the most, we'll say, unique weapons that I've ever seen added to a Call of Duty game, and it was added to Black Ops 3 recently via supply drops only. I was not fortunate enough to get it in a supply drop, however, it's Dansby was. He actually got the gameplay for the FFAR episode too, so this is his second time contributing to the channel. Big shout out to him. You'll find a link to his channel down there in the description. He also has some gameplay and some tests and stuff of this weapon, so I'd appreciate it if you check him out. But back on topic. The weapon is awkward to use, it's awkward to look at, it looks very unusual, but is it useless? Many people on Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube have said it's garbage, but that is not the case. It does have some very good and very specialized uses that we're going to talk about later today after we do the base stats. So let's do the base stats first before we get to the strategy. It has a rate of fire of 150 rounds per minute, giving it the highest rate of fire in its class. Of course, not that it had a lot to compete with the XM53 and the BLACKCELL. Almost anything that's fully automatic would have beaten those two. The blast damage is 72 at all ranges, and by all ranges I mean that's however far away you are from them when you shoot the rocket, and however far the rocket is from the enemy. As long as you get a hit marker, it's going to deal 72 damage. This means that outside of hardcore, it cannot kill in one shot. You can definitely get a one shot, like shoot them right in front of their feet and blow up in their face, and it won't kill them. It's going to take 2 shots to kill most people if they aren't wearing flak jacket. The blast radius is 3 meters, which is almost identical to the other launchers, so if you ever XM53'd people, and I've played online and I know that many of you have, it's going to be exactly the same. However, direct impact damage is 100, so if you hit somebody directly in the body, that's toe, chest, legs, neck, head, anything, as long as you directly impact that body, it's going to deal 100 damage and kill instantly. I find that due to the awkward trajectory of the missiles and how they fire and their movement speed, that's not too common, but it definitely can happen if you spam them. Typically, it's going to take between 2 and 3 shots to kill a person. It's supposed to take 2, but sometimes you miss. Sometimes Call of Duty does crazy things. I would do 3 just to be sure. Most people just dump out the whole magazine and reload, or whole chamber. I don't know. I don't even know what you would call how you reload this weapon. However, do keep in mind, if the enemy is wearing flak jacket, it is going to take a lot more shots to kill them, and this weapon is going to be a lot less useful. It has the overall slowest reload time in its class. It reloads slower than the XM53 and slower than the BLACKCELL, and it has overall slow handling stats, slow movement speed, slow aim down sights time, slow strafing, all that sort of stuff. So it's not really a fast reaction weapon. However, the question is the weapon useless? And my answer is no, not at all. It's got several very good uses, but before I talk about those, I'm going to do a super quick shout out to the ANTLION MODMIC. The company ANTLION, which I previously had no contact with, sent me a product to review called the MODMIC. It's kind of like the world's tiniest condenser mic, and it was like the perfect travel mic for me, super cheap. It's like a super tiny Blue Snowball or Blue Yeti you can just clip on any headset and use. I linked them down there in the description. They didn't pay me for this. I'm not getting money for them, but they sent me a dope product and I thought I'd point you guys in the right direction. So let's talk about the uses. It can kill 2 UAVs or a UAV and CUAV without reloading. With the XM53, you can shoot 1 rocket and blow it up and reload. Or with the BLACKCELL, you shoot a rocket, you blow it up, you reload. However, with the L4 Siege, since it has a lot of extra rockets or missiles, and even though it does take, and I admit it takes 2 missiles to kill a UAV, which seems annoying, you can lock onto a UAV, shoot twice, and then lock onto another UAV and shoot twice and take down 2 at once before you reload, giving it actually, even factoring in the slower overall reload speed, it has a higher, faster takedown efficiency than the BLACKCELL. It is very, very dangerous, and it allows you to pick things out of the air very quickly without reloading. It can also kill a VSAT super duper fast. It can just shred through VSATs. Nothing in this game can kill a VSAT faster than the L4 Siege, and in general, it's pretty awesome against any streak. If you use this against any kill streak, a turret, a Cerberus, mothership. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit complaining about their motherships getting shut down. It kills them extremely quickly. Overall, against kill streaks, probably faster than the BLACKCELL. Probably not as good if you're only going to shoot down 1 streak, like if you're shooting down 1 CUAV or something like that. but if you're doing something big where you need a lot of hits, definitely go with the L4 Siege. And finally, if you're playing Safeguard, which is usually in Ground War, 8 rockets or 2 magazines can disable a Safeguard robot. You only start with 4, but hey, you can run over a scavenger pack and pick up some more, so you can take down the Safeguard robot super fast, be a big objective player. And finally, the weapon does have some viability as an anti-camper weapon like the old XM25. It's not perfect, the damage is low, but the idea is that you can kind of spam this through the window with really good cross-map accuracy. It does have kind of a funny arc like a javelin. Depending on the situation, sometimes you can cheese people and make it arc over some sort of cover or around a corner just a little bit. Basically, any sniper that's posted up really hard, you can use this to just kind of spam them and knock them out, so it does have that viability. Some other viability, as I've seen on Reddit, somebody said infantry suppression. If you really don't want somebody to go through an area, you can spam rockets and lock it down. I don't think it's that useful in that regard. But if I were you, I would think of it as kind of like an alternative BLACKCELL for your classes. The BLACKCELL is hands down the best thing in the game at taking out score streaks. However, it can't do a thing against people. The L4 Siege is at least as good as the BLACKCELL, if not maybe slightly better depending on the situation or what you're shooting at. However, you can spam it at infantry too, so if you do have the weapon and you want to make a good anti-aircraft class, definitely use the L4 Siege. It is very good for that. Guys, that's all for this short in-depth episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. The previous episode was on the FFAR, and the next episode I gotta keep top... Almost screwed up the outro. Gotta keep top secret for now. Drifter out.